is it possible that self has manifested the ego in order to have a means to discover its oneness?
Why would the one need to project manyness in order to know itself as one?
That's a very good question. I asked that same question to some Vedanta Swamis of the Ramakrishna order, and they said, because self cannot know itself as self, it needs something other than itself to know itself as oneness. That was the answer.
But that is absurd, because self is Swayam Prakasa. Self knows itself just by being itself.
They said, the reason, the Jagat manifested. I think that was the answer.
Yeah. And I've heard this answer many times. This is a very common answer. This is many Advaitins give this answer.
Yes,
but we need to understand there are many different levels of explanation given within Advaita. Advaita means not two. It's also not one, in the sense that there are so many different understandings of Advaita. Everyone understands Advaita in their own way. So from the very early times, from even Adi Shankara, many of the explanations he gave in his commentaries on the Upanishads and Prasthanatraya, about Bhagavad Gita and so on, he gave many diluted explanations because he knew people wouldn't be satisfied with the deeper truth. So more diluted explanations have to be given. Even Bhagavan, sometimes in the course of conversation, he would give more diluted explanations to satisfy people. But if we want Advaita in its purest form, we need to go to the original works of Bhagavan. In works like Uladu Napadu, Nana, Upadesha Undiyya, Ātma-vicāra, Arunachala Stuti Panchakam, and so on, he's giving us Advaita in its very purest and most practical form. If you look for a purpose for ego, you're assuming that ego exists. But ego doesn't exist, because the basic principle of Advaita is there's one only without a second. Since there's one only without a second, multiplicity is just an appearance. And multiplicity, since it's an appearance to, in all Advaita, everyone will say, yes, everything is, it's all an appearance. But Bhagavan goes one step further. He says, to whom does it appear? We need to investigate ourselves, the one to whom it appears. It appears to us only when we rise as ego. Because does the world appear when we're asleep? It doesn't. It appears only in waking and dream, because it appears only in the view of ourself as ego. So does the world actually exist? No, it just seems to exist in the view of ego. Does ego actually exist? Ego seems to exist. We seem to be ego so long as we're looking outwards. If we turn our attention back within to see what we actually are, we will see there's no such thing as ego at all. Therefore, the final truth is ajata. There never was any ego, therefore never was any world or anything. There's what is, alone is, as it is. But eternally and immutably.
Under that premises, that would mean this teaching doesn't even exist.
Yes. But it seems to us to exist. Though this teaching doesn't actually exist, it's very useful so long as we're aware of the semi-existence of things other than ourselves. Bhagavan comes along and teaches us, see yourself. If we follow what he teaches us and turn our attention back towards ourselves, we will see that we as ego do not exist. Therefore, everything doesn't exist. The only thing that exists is what we actually are, which is Satchit, pure being awareness, Satchit Ananda.
Okay, I'm not there yet, but I still say
We're,
and thank you.
yeah, we're all not there yet. That's why we're still here talking about these things. When Advaita becomes our experience, then there'll be no other for us to talk about these things to.